Alright guys, Reggie here. This is the start of something amazing. Alright. Alright, I wanted to talk today about, and I'm sorry if I'm yelling, I want to talk about GoFundMe. Almost said go fund yourself. GoFundMe. I've been seeing a lot of vloggers posting about this one vlogger called Do It With Dan, if I think I have his name right. I didn't hear about him until just recently. I forgot how much quicker a bike stops than a car. Do It With Dan, I guess, has a YouTube channel. He does have a YouTube channel. I think he has like 40,000 subs. And Do It With Dan, I guess recently found his first bike on Craigslist and wanted to buy it back, but he didn't have enough funds for it. So he asked his subscribers if they would, he started GoFundMe and asked them if they would help fund him buying back his first motorcycle because he didn't have the funds to get it. And I've seen a lot of stuff come out about it, negative wise, people bashing on him and all that, and man, there's at least one accident on this road every day when I ride by. Anyway, so I thought that I would broach the topic about GoFundMe and whatnot. Now, I thought GoFundMe and Indiegogo and all those things were originally created for people who wanted to, how can I put this? They had like a prototype of an idea, and instead of fronting the money or trying to get loans or backers from the normal streams, which would be banks or investors, to invest in those products, they would put a video up on GoFundMe about what that product was, what it would do, and then when people donated to them, they would get like certain perks. Like for instance, there was a GoFundMe for something called the Coolest, which was like an updated version of the Cooler. And the Coolest had a bunch of cool features like Bluetooth speaker, built-in, what do you call that? Margarita maker thing, crush ice maker, blender, and other things like that. And they wanted to get backers. Depending on how much you funded, you got stuff like if you funded a certain amount, you got it early, and like you would get one if you funded up to a certain amount, and all this other stuff. That's how I've always thought GoFundMe, Indiegogo, Kickstarter, and all those sites, were made or intended. I never thought that somebody would sit there and use the site, for things other than, hey, I have this really cool idea for a product, or idea for an invention. So anyway, Do It With Dan did it with GoFundMe and got the funds necessary for it. Now I watched a video, I think the guy's name was Flashwing, and I'll put his name down here somewhere, who called out Do It With Dan about it. I mean, he's not, obviously Do It With Dan has 40 subs, so, when a smaller vlogger, and I can't remember how many sub Flashwing has, call him out, it was more like he was just like, dude, what the heck? And I kind of have to agree with Flashwing, only because I don't see why somebody would ask their YouTube subscribers for anything. I'll give you an example. For instance, I monetize my channel. You've probably seen ads before my videos start, skippable ads and all that. And I do that not because I'm looking to get stinking rich. I mean, it would be great, but I do it because I want to be able to use any funds that I get from this for anything at all. Whether it be, in a year I get enough for a tank of, a full tank of gas or petrol. That's essentially why, I monetize my channel. I don't monetize it because I'm like, oh, I'm going to get rich and blah, blah, blah. It's mostly to go back into the bike. And like I said, I'm such a small channel, I doubt I'd never make any money. You know, I may not even make enough for a tank of gas. You know, and if I don't, that's fine. I'm just, like I said, it's more for me to just see what happens with it. Because even if I did get to the point where I can do this full time, the job that I currently have, I like. So I can see myself doing this and trying to make a living off of it, unless it led to other things. And I'm not skilled enough for it to lead to other things. You know, you know, I'm not, when it comes to speaking and all that, you know, I'm not all of a sudden going to do YouTube channels and then boom, being called to universities to do big speeches for graduation. So that's ridiculous. That's never going to happen. And whatever else that could come from it, like, you know, product or whatever, or website, or I don't know. I just don't see me doing this full time. One, because I love what I do for a living. That helps big time. And two, because like I said, I just don't see it happening, and I don't see the security in doing this as a full-time job versus what I normally do for a living. Which with anything there's a risk, and it's not a risk I want to take. That's besides the point. What gets me is in Do It With Dan did it, and he got his bike and whatever, and his subs are happy. And I understand why they sent him the money, because they like him. I mean, you wouldn't subscribe to somebody if you don't like them. But me personally, I wouldn't ask for the money. And there's a couple reasons why. One, it has to do with the way I was raised. I was raised to not ask for a handout. You know, if, like, as a kid, if I helped somebody do something, like let's say there was somebody who needed help bringing their groceries in or whatever, once I got done helping them, they would try to give me money, and I wouldn't want to take it as a child, because that's how I was raised. You know, you help someone because you want to help them, not because you want money. And, you know, I mean, the people practically forced the money on me and look at my parents and go, wow, you know, you look like you've raised your kid right, because he's not just snatching the money out of my hand, you know. And sometimes my parents would even tell me to take it, or, you know, they would say, no, it's fine, and I want to get the money, and it wouldn't bother me, because I helped that person not because I wanted the money, I helped them because I wanted to. And that's how Dan's subscribers are. They help them because he wanted to. But on the flip side of helping people because you want to, you're going to end up in a weird situation. Because I was going through some of his comments, and I saw little kids posting and telling Dan that they were asking their parents for the money, and you know, because they're only 12 or 13 or 10, and they think Dan's cool, and they want to ride a motorcycle like Dan. And to me, that's where it gets awkward, is when you find out, like, some little kid sent you money. Now, Dan's his own person, and he was raised a certain way, and that's just the way he is, and I'm not going to be super judgmental. I'm just giving my opinion on how I feel about it, and it would make me feel ungodly uncomfortable if it was me getting the money for whatever. Now, not to say that I haven't looked for my bike, because I did sell my bike. I didn't trade it to the dealer, so I have looked on Craigslist, and I'm like, man, if I ever found it, it'd be cool to be able to get it back. Because not only was it a great bike, excuse me, but it would be a great bike for tooling around on, just going around town and riding into work. It gets great gas mileage, better gas mileage than this. Yeah, it only has 30 horsepower, but I don't need, you know, more horsepower and torque than I already have. So I don't blame him for wanting that bike back. It's just me personally as a person, I couldn't do it. Me personally as a person. That's awesome. That is just great. Alright, I'm going to get off here. I look forward to reading comments about, you know, my opinion on it, what other people think. And I will catch you guys on the next video.